Exercise 3.1. First one. Find the range of heights of any 10 students of your class. We can take 10 students' heights in centimeter. Let us assume that heights of 10 students in our class be 135 centimeter, 132 centimeter, etc. Any 10 measurements. And here we have to find the range of heights. So we can write range of heights is equal to highest value minus lowest value. Out of this, the highest value is 147 centimeter, that minus lowest value is 130. So 130 centimeter is equal to 17 centimeter. So the range of heights out of these data, that is the highest value 147 and lowest 130. So the difference between the highest value and lowest value, that is 17 centimeter. Second question, organize the following in a class assessment in a tabular form. Here the marks are given. First we have to arrange this in tabular form. For that, marks starting from 1 to 9. The highest mark is 9. Lowest is 1. So we can write the marks in the first column 1, 2, 3 up to 9. And each mark, how many times it repeated, according to that we can mark the tally marks. Here we can see 1 is repeated, just 1 is only one time, 2 times is coming, and 5 is here 5 times repeated, 6 4 times repeated. Like that way we can make that in the tabular form. So this is the tabular form, and then based on this table answer the questions. Which number is the highest? We can see the highest number is 9. And which number is the lowest? That is 1. Then range of the data. What is the range of the data? Range means highest value minus lowest value. Highest is here 9. That minus lowest value is 1. So 9 minus 1, 8. Fourth part, find the arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is equal to sum of the observations divided by number of observations. Sum divided by total number of observations. So sum of the observations, all these given data or marks we had to add 4 plus 6 plus 7 etc. up to the last. That divided by number of observations, frequency, number of students, that is 20. So when we adding all these numbers, we are getting the sum as 100. That divided by 20 is equal to 5. So arithmetic mean is equal to 5. Can write that is arithmetic mean is equal to 5. Third question, find the mean of the first 5 whole numbers. Whole numbers starting from 0. So first 5 whole numbers. First 5 whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4. So 5 numbers we will get. Find the mean. Mean means sum of these numbers divided by number of observations. That means 5. So 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. When we adding all this, 4 plus 3 7 plus 10. 10 divided by 5, which is equal to 2. So mean of first 5 whole numbers is equal to 2. Question number 4. A cricketer scores the following runs in 8 innings. So number of innings is equal to 8. 8 observations are here. Find the mean score. Mean is equal to sum of the observations divided by number of observations. So take the sum of all these observations divided by 8 innings. Number of innings 8, mean is equal to sum of scores divided by number of innings. Sum of all these observations, that is coming as 400. So 400 divided by 8, 50. So mean score, that is mean score is equal to 50. Question number 5. Following table shows the points of each player scored in 4 games. Player A, B, C. 4 games. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 games. A played all 4 games. B also played all 4 games. But game 1, B scored just 0 only. Then C did not play the 3rd game. That's the table. Now answer the following questions. Find the mean to determine A's average number of points scored per game. To find mean, we have to take sum divided by number of observations. Here sum is means total score of A. 14 plus 16 plus 10 plus 10. That will come as 50. So 50 divided by 4 is equal to 12.5. That's the mean score of player A. Second one, to find the mean number of points per game for C, would you divide the total points by 3 or by 4? Why? Here we have to divide by 3 because player C played only 3 games. So we have to divide by 3, not by 4. Third part. B played in all the 4 games. How would you find the mean? Mean of B. Sum of 0 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4. That is coming as 18. 18 by 4. Equal to 4.5. 0 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4. 18 by 4. Total 4 games. Even if here 0 score is 0, but when we adding 0 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4, that is 18 divided by 4 games. 4.5. Fourth part, who is the best performer? Now we calculated mean of A, player B. Now mean of player C, 8 plus 11 plus 13, that is 32, divided by 3 games. So it's equal to 10.67. Now here the question, who is the best performer? We can see here player C got only 10.67 points. Here player B 4.5 points. And player A with 12.5 points. So we can write player A is the best performer. Here mean of player A, sum divided by sum of scores by player A divided by number of games. So 12.5. And player B, that also 0 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4. 18 by 4, 4.5. Player C, 3 games, 8 plus 11 plus 13 by 3, 32 by 3, 10.67. So out of these 3, we can see 12.5. That means player A is the best performer. Question number 6. The marks out of 100 obtained by a group of students in a science test are 85, 76, etc. Find the highest and lowest marks obtained by the students. Highest mark out of this, that is highest is 95 and the lowest 39. Lowest is 39. Highest and lowest marks obtained by the students. So I can write the highest marks obtained by the students is equal to 95 and lowest marks obtained by the students is equal to 39. Second part, range of the marks obtained. Range is equal to highest value minus lowest value. That means 95 minus 39. It is equal to 56. So range is equal to 56. Third part, mean marks obtained by the group. Mean means mean is equal to sum divided by number of observations. So first we have to calculate the sum of all these observations or the marks. That divided by number of observations. Here number of observations 10. So divide by 10. That is highest marks obtained by the student, that is 95. Lowest mark, that is 39. Range, that is 56. Mean sum divided by number of observations, that 10, 73. Then mean marks obtained by the group is 73. Question number 7. The enrollment in a school during 6 consecutive years as follows. Find the mean. Mean enrollment of the school for this period. Mean is equal to sum of the observations divided by number of observations. So sum is coming as 12,348, that divided by 6. So 2058. So the mean enrollment of the school is equal to 2058. Question number 8. The rainfall in millimeter in a city of 7 days of a certain week as recorded as follows. Monday to Sunday. Find the range of the rainfall in the above data. Range means highest value minus lowest. Highest value minus lowest. Here highest value is 20.5 and the lowest is 0. So that minus 0.0. So we will get 20.5 millimeter. That is the range. Then find the mean. Mean means sum of all the observations divided by number of observations. On how many days was the rainfall less than the mean rainfall? After finding, first we have to find the mean and then less than of that mean, that value we can check how many days. That is range 20.5, highest value minus lowest value. Mean sum of the observations divided by number of observations at 7. 41.3 by 7 is equal to 5.9 millimeter. So mean rainfall is equal to 5.9 millimeter. Then how many days was the rainfall less than the mean? So we got mean rainfall, that is 5.9. Here we can see 5 days. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday were less than 5.9. Only this Tuesday and Friday is greater than, more than 5.9. So these are the days where the less than the rainfall, less than the mean rainfall. Question number 9. The highest heights of 10 girls were measured in centimeter and the results are as follows. Out of these, what is the height of the tallest girl? The highest value. 151. So we can write that as 151 centimeter. Then what is the height of the shortest girl? 128. What is the range of the data? Highest value, range means highest minus lowest. So 151 minus 128 is equal to 23 centimeter. So we can write range as 23 centimeter. What is the mean height of the girls? First we have to find the sum of all the observations divided by number of observations. How many girls have heights more than the mean height? That after finding mean, we can check how many girls have more than the mean height. That is height of the tallest girl, 151 centimeter. Height of the shortest girl, that is 128 centimeter. Range is equal to highest value minus lowest. 151 minus 128 is equal to 23 centimeter. Then mean is equal to sum divided by number of observations. Sum of all these observations divided by 10 observations are there. So divided by 10, 141.4 centimeter. This is the range, 23 centimeter. Highest, tallest girl, that is one with 151 centimeter. Shortest is 128 centimeter. And then how many girls have heights more than the mean height? Mean height we got, that is 141.4 centimeter. Above that, 5 girls have heights more than that of the mean height. Exercise 3.2. First question. The scores in mathematics test out of 25 of 15 students is as follows. Find the mode and median of this data. Are they same? Mode means most frequently occurred number or maximum number of times repeated. Out of these numbers, which number is maximum number of times repeated? That will be the mode. Median, that means first we had to arrange the numbers or the given observations in ascending or descending order, and the middlemost observation, that is median. Median means the middlemost observation after arranging in ascending or descending order of the given data. First we have to write in ascending order. When we are writing in ascending order, we can see 20 is repeated 4 times, 25 2 times. So mode means which occurs, the number which occurs most frequently or maximum number of times. Here maximum number of times, that means 20 is repeated. So we can write mode is equal to 20. To find median, always write the given observations in ascending or descending order and the middlemost observation from that. So we already wrote that in ascending order. The middlemost observation, total here 15 observations are there. 15 is an odd number. Then to find the median, n plus 1 by 2. N plus 1 by 2th term. Then here 15. So 15 plus 1, 16. 16 by 2, 8. So 8th term will be the median. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th term is coming 20. So median is equal to 20. First, to find median, always write in ascending or descending order and check the middlemost observation. To find the middlemost observation, if number of observations that is odd, add 1 with that. Here 15, so 15 plus 1, 16. And half of that, 16 by 2, 8. So 8th term will be the median. Now next, are they same? Yes, both are same. Yes, both median and mode are the same value. Second question. The runs scored in a cricket match by 11 players. Find the mean, mode, median of this data. Are they these three same? To find median, to find mean, first we have to add all these observations, all these scores, and that divided by 11 players. So sum divided by number of observations is equal to mean. Mode means most frequently occurred number observation. Here 15 occurred 3 times. So mode is equal to 15. Maximum number of times it's repeated. Median, to find median, first we have to arrange this data in ascending or descending order and middlemost observation. Here mean is equal to sum of the observations divided by number of observations. Sum is 429 divided by 11, 39. So mean of the observations, that is 39. Next mode. Here 10 2 times, 15 is repeated 3 times. So mode is equal to 15. Mode is equal to 15. The number which occurs most frequently or the maximum number of times. Next is median. Median, here n is 11. 11 observations are there. 11 means odd number. So we had to find n plus 1 by 2th term. That means n is 11. 11 plus 1 by 2, which is equal to 12 by 2. That is 6. So median is the 6th term. After arranging increasing or decreasing order. Now this is in ascending order, increasing order. 6th term, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is 15. So we can write that is median is equal to 15. Now we got median as 15, mode also 15, but mean is 39. Next they are asking, are the three same? So all these three are not same. Mode mean is different. So we can write no, these three are not same. Question number 3. The weights of 15 students of a class are. Find the mode and median. So to get median, first we have to arrange in increasing or decreasing order. And we can check the maximum number of times repeated that observation. That number will be the mode and the middlemost observation is the median. First we arrange that in increasing order. Then here we can see 38 is repeating 3 times and 43 also 3 times. That means 2 modes are here. You can write mode is equal to 38 and 43. Then medium. Total number of observations is coming here 15. Again 15 is an odd number. So we have to apply the n plus 1 by 2th term. 15 is, n is equal to 15, so 15 plus 1, 16 by 2, 8th term, that will be the median. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8th term is 40. So median is equal to 40. Second part, is there more than one mode? Yes, the given data has 2 modes, 38 and 43. Question number 4. Find the mode and median of the given data. So first we arrange that in ascending order and mod is equal to 12 repeating 2 times, 13 also 2 times, 14 is 3 times. So mod is equal to 14. Maximum number of times repeated the number 14. Then here when we are counting we can see n is equal to 9. 9 observations are here. So median is equal to n is odd. So n plus 1 by 2. 9 plus 1 by 2, 10, that is equal to 10 by 2. Fifth term 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth term that also 14. So here mod is equal to 14 and median also is equal to 14. Question number 5. Tell whether the statement is true or false. First one, the mod is always one of the numbers in a data. That is true. What is the reason? Mod is the value which occurs maximum. Mod means which occurs maximum. So that will be one of the value in the given data. 2. The mean is one of the numbers in a data. That false. It can or cannot. Sometimes it be there one of the number and sometimes it should not necessarily always the one of the number in the given data. So we can write that may or may not. May or may not be one of the numbers. Third, the median is always one of the numbers in a data. True. Median also middlemost observation. Median means middlemost observation. So that will be from the data itself. Fourth one, the data has mean 9. So we had to check mean is equal to sum by number of observations. Here sum is coming when we are adding 64 divided by 8. It's equal to 8. So mean what we are getting, that is 8. But here it is given as 9. So that is false. Exercise 3.3, question number 1. Use the bar graph to answer the following questions. First one, which is the most popular pet? Here in this graph we can see pets owned by students of class 7. Dogs, cats, rabbits, hermits and others. Which is the most popular pet? Here this is coming the most popular, cat. So we can write cat is the most popular pet. B. How many students have the dog as a pet? Dog corresponding to 8. This is the number of students on this side. So that is coming same as 8. So 8 students. How many students? 8 students have dog as a pet. Second graph. Read the bar graph which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. About how many books were sold in 1989, 1990, 1992? In 1989, here we can see 175 books. 175 books. In 1989, 1990, now 1990, 475. So here 475. 1992, 225. 225 books. Then, in which year were about 475 books sold? $475 here. So 1990. 1990. About 225 books were sold. 225. That is 1992. 225 is coming 1992. In which years were fewer than 250 books sold? Here 1989 and 1992. These 2 years less than 250. Can you explain how you would estimate the number of books sold in 1989? Here. This we are dividing in between 1 centimeter is equal to 100 books. So we can divide that into 4 equal portions. So 125, 100 here, 125, 150, 175, then 200. So 175 books sold in 1989 in that particular year. So the most popular pet is cat. 8 students have dog as a pet. Second question, 175 books were sold in 1989, 475 books in 1990, 225 books in 1992. Second part, about 475 books were sold in 1990 and 225 books in 1992. Then less than 250 books were sold in 1989 and 1992. Then fourth part, can you explain how you would estimate the number of books sold in 1989? So there in the graph, scale is given as 1 unit is equal to 100 books. So that almost 1 3/4 unit. So 100 plus 3/4 of 100, that is 75. So 175. That means 175 books were sold in 1989. Question number 3. Number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. How would you choose a scale? Here we can see each number is multiple of 5 or 10. So we can take 1 unit is equal to 10 children. Which class has the maximum number of children? 5th, standard 5th has the maximum number of children and minimum 10th. Only 80 students are there. Find the ratio of students of class 6th to class 8th. Class 6th, 120 students, 800. So we had to find the ratio means 120 divided by 100 and simplify that. First we have to represent the data on a bar graph. So we have to draw a bar graph. To draw the bar graph, first x-axis, y-axis that we have to mark, and here 0. Then we can choose 10 students as 1 unit. So we are starting from 80 and then 80, 90, 100, etc. up to 150 marked. And leave 1 bar, 1 square, and then each square. This representing 5th standard, representing 135 students. 135 is coming in between the middle line. 135, 30 and 140, the middle line representing 135. Here class 6, 120 students, 7th, 95, 8th, 100, 9th, 90, 10th, 80. According to the question, we represented the given data on the bar graph. this side representing classes, this side number of children on the y-axis. And scale, 1 unit is equal to 10 students. First part, scale as 1 unit is equal to 10 children. We answer the following questions. Which class has the maximum number of children and the minimum? 5th class has the maximum number of children, that is 135. And 10th having minimum 80 students. Now find the ratio of students of class 6 to the students of class 8. So first we have to write number of children in class 6, that is 120 divided by number of children in class 8, 120 by 100. Can divide by 10. So 12 by 10, again divide by divide by 2. Here 5, here 6. So 6 by 5. So the required ratio we can write that as 6:5. Question number 4. The performance of a student in first term and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph. Choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. From the table itself, we can see in which subject has the child improved his performance the most. In maths, the performance of the child improved the most. Second, in which subject is the improvement the least? In social science, the improvement is the least. We can see only from 73 to 75, 2 marks difference. Third question, has the performance gone down in any subject? Yes, in Hindi. First term 72 marks, second term it became 65. So performance has gone down. You have to draw a double bar graph. This is the double bar graph. For that, first we have to draw x-axis and y, OX, OY. Here, O. And then we are choosing the scale 1 unit as 10 marks. So 10, 20 up to 100. It's a double bar graph. First subject English, this side subjects, this side y-axis representing marks. Out of 100, here different subjects. Now English 67 and 70. First term representing by this shade, or you can give different colors otherwise. Here by this shade representing first term, dots representing second term. So according to the table, 67. 10 small divisions are there in between each unit or in 1 centimeter. So we can count and take 67, this one 70. Hindi 72, 65. Maths 88, 95. Science 81, 85. Social science 73, 75. Now based on the graph, in which subject has the child improved his performance the most? In maths, the performance of the child improved the most. Second question, in which subject is the improvement the least? Social science, the improvement is the least. Third one, has the performance gone down in any subject? Yes, in Hindi, the performance has gone down. Question number 5, consider the data collected from a survey of a colony. Favorite sports, cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey, athletics, watching and participating. Draw a double bar graph, choosing an appropriate scale. What do you infer from the bar graph? Which sport is most popular? Cricket is most popular. Which is more preferred, watching or participating in sports? This row representing watching, this one participating. From here itself we can say watching is more preferred. So draw a double bar graph. This is the double bar graph representing favorite sports. Here on OX representing sports and OY representing number of people. Y, so next X, Y, here 0. And scale 1 unit is equal to 100. Cricket, according to the table, cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey, athletics. And this shade representing watching, the other one representing participating. From the graph we can see cricket is the most popular sport item by the tallest bar, and which is more preferred, watching or participating. Here first representing watching, so comparatively we can see from the graph watching is more preferred. Question number 6. Take the data giving the minimum and maximum temperature of various cities given in the beginning of this chapter, table 3.1. Plot double bar graph using the data and answer the following. First we have to draw double bar graph based on that table. This double bar graph representing temperature of different cities. So here OX representing different cities, this side representing temperature in degrees Celsius. Scale 1 unit is equal to 5 degrees Celsius. First square representing maximum temperature, second one with the red dots that representing minimum temperature. So different cities here. From the graph we can answer the following questions. Which city has the largest difference in the minimum and maximum temperature on the given data? Jammu has the largest difference in temperature. 41 degrees Celsius the maximum and minimum 26 degrees Celsius. The difference is 15 degrees. Second one, which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? Hottest city is Jammu, 41 degrees Celsius. Coldest city is Bangalore, 21 degrees Celsius. Third part, name 2 cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. Bangalore having its maximum temperature 28 degrees Celsius, that is less than the minimum temperature of Ahmedabad and Jaipur. There minimum temperature is 29 degree, but Bangalore having maximum temperature 28 degree only. Fourth one, name the city which has the least difference between its minimum and the maximum temperature. Mumbai has the least difference between its maximum and minimum temperature. So from the graph we can write the answers for these questions.